gotta cool off. This is such a freaking big moment. I am burning up with excitement because I have before me the SNES Classic. Big thanks to Nintendo for the hookup. This is my favorite console. This is my homeboy from when I was a homeboy at home playing video games in an apartment in Troy, Michigan. Super small, changing schools, moving around. Got one of these for Christmas and was balling out in Donkey Kong Country 2, in Super Mario World. What a freaking system. Can't believe I have one. It comes out next week. Nintendo was kind enough to hook it up early. The pre-orders have been crazy. Reggie promises tons of stock, so maybe you'll get lucky, but we gotta open this bad boy up. All these games in here, classics like Punch-Out!, Mario Kart, Mario RPG, Link to the Past, Earthbound, Super Metroid, Secret of Mana, Mega Man X. This is a golden box of goodness, and I know some people feel weird about no Virtual Console yet on Switch, and trust me, I feel weird about it too. I wish there was Virtual Console on Switch. I want it to be there so freaking bad, and it's not. But while that is weird, and while I don't know when it's coming, even though I run a Switch channel, we got a mini SNES. And this takes me way, way, way back. And I hope that the purple buttons slide up and down because that is one of the things that I remember. I'm all about tactile feedback and auditory memories, so this is something good. I love this logo, by the way. You've seen that they have one of these for the NES Classic, for the SNES Classic, and they freaking trademarked an N64 logo just like this. So we might be getting that next year. In the meantime, though, Star Fox 2 is also in this box. Brand new SNES game. How crazy and cool is that? Let's open this thing up. I love these things. My NES Classic I had in a freaking glass case because those things are so hard to come by. I saw people buying them for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Now you're playing with superpower. How freaking awesome is that? Let's dive in and see what this bad boy is all about. Okay, so first up we gotta pull out some freaking cardboard. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Classic looking posters is what I think we see first here, my friends. Startup instructions, and we get this nice poster. It reminds me of the good old days. Remember we get posters in our freaking video game consoles? Look at that. Mario Kart, Mario World, Metroid, Star Fox, F-Zero, Link to the Past. All that golden old art looking so good. I love that Nintendo's back to the red, by the way. That's something that the Switch does so well and rebrands Nintendo back to red after the white era of Wii and Wii U. Now we've got our wired SNES controllers here. I kind of wish that these could connect to the Switch in some way. They're so freaking good. I love these controllers. I actually have a hat. It's a really cool hat. I think it's from Throwback Gamer, and it has like the SNES button layout on it. That hat is so freaking cool. Anyways, this is a Super Nintendo controller. Feels like a Super Nintendo controller. It feels a little lighter than I remember. I could be wrong. Maybe just since I've been playing the Switch and that's like a heftier piece of hardware. But it's definitely a Super Nintendo controller. It's got its nice connector that you know from the past. Past being like the NES Classic and whatnot. Two controllers this time around because multiplayer is a major deal. And that is what we want to do. And that is what we're going to do. Some Donkey Kong action. Me and my brother kicking it back with Diddy and Donkey. I wish they had the whole trilogy, but DKC 1 is going to have to do. That's still a tried and true classic for me. I feel like people think Donkey Kong Country is overrated. I don't think it ever is. I love those games so much. In fact, that's probably going to be what I play first. And we'll hook this up and see how it powers on and all that. Here is your lovely power cord, micro USB to USB on this end, and it's gonna go straight into this little wall adapter here. It'll slot in like so, and away you go. Decent length on those things. Oh, let's check out the length of the controllers. Let's see, I know a lot of people with the NES were like, hey, we don't want that short little cord thing anymore. I'm not sure that this, let's see. If it doesn't fit on camera, I guess it's long enough. I wish it was longer. In an era of wireless, I just wish these things were wireless, but again, I guess it kind of brings you back to that era of wired controllers, sitting on the floor, looking up at the TV, and here is the piece de resistance, my beautiful. I can't get over how small these things are. Look at this guy! Freaking, the buttons work. Oh my God, that's, okay, eject doesn't work, obviously there's no cartridge slot, but power is the power, and there's the reset, and there's the freaking, oh, look at this. It comes off like that. That's so cool. I didn't know it did that. So you've got the faux front here that look like the OG ports, and then this thing pop and drops down, and you're like, dude, let me Optimus Prime out and stick the controller right in. Let's grab this. Boot player one, ready for action. This can fall down. That can go in. That's clever. I like that. It kind of feels like it would be a candy box. Like I almost want to get some gummies out of here or something. Some like rotten old hard sweet tarts from like 1995 or something. But Super NES control deck. Blah, 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 what it's compatible with. Go to support.nintendo.com if you have problems. But how can you have problems when you have this? It's so freaking cute. It's so freaking cool. I'm gonna have to go grab my NES and compare them and hold them. It's so freaking mini. I can't get over it. I love how cool it looks. I love how good it looks. We're gonna have to boot it up. I hope the light, I want the light to go on up here. It's probably just gonna go on right here, but this is so cool. I feel like I grew 20 feet since I was a kid and now I'm holding my little system and it got so small. But really time just passed. And they were able to miniaturize. I think this one is far cooler looking than the NES. I love the NES Classic, but the NES is basically just a freaking rectangle. The SNES has some freaking zoom, 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 supercar, freaking curves and bends and, okay, maybe not curves, but it's a little bit more aerodynamic. It looks a little bit more futuristic, and it's got the freaking purple slider buttons, so, I love this thing. Here are the both of them, the NES Classic from 2016, the SNES Classic from 2017. They're virtually the same size, which is really cool. You could kind of stack them. And as I said, the SNES just has a little bit more details, it's a little cooler, but I kind of sold the NES Classic short. I forgot that this one had the little clicky buttons for power and reset as well. No cartridge slot. I wish this would open up. The exposed ports is, you know, how it's supposed to be for that console. I just think it's pretty cool that we have the faux front here. They're both really darn awesome. They're both so freaking cute and adorable, and they're like the greatest homages to Nintendo nostalgia. And the fact that you can just HDMI them into your TV. I love these things. I love these things. Now the SNES is more expensive. It's $79.99. But, you know, it's a new generation, if you will. And it has, I think, the best console lineup possibly of all time. We'll see how some of the more recent consoles fare in the long run. But I also want to compare the controllers. This is the NES controller, and you can see the cord only extends the camera. So now when we put this through, you'll realize that the SNES cord is far longer. You'll see you got an extra, I don't know, extra foot and a half, extra 2 feet there. So not amazingly long, but it's longer, and so that should alleviate problems. You know, we got considerably extra cord on the edge. Yeah, definitely about like 2 feet or so of extra cord on the SNES controller. So 2 SNES controllers, 1 awesome SNES Classic system. I love this thing. I'm gonna turn it on just to show you guys what the interface looks like, and then we'll do gameplay if you wanna see that. But I'm freaking in love. I know I'm like, I feel like a freaking kid again because I love this system so much. And getting home from school when I was in like 2nd and 3rd grade and playing my SNES with my brother, duking it out in WWE, playing NBA Jam, going to work in Mario Kart, getting through the freaking last levels of Super Mario World, some of my greatest video game memories, and I love that I have it back in my hands. And we can play like a whole bunch of just awesome games. Plus the fact they got Star Fox 2 in here, something new. I'm not the biggest Star Fox fan, but I just think it's cool that they resurrected a project and saw it to completion. I really want to get up on Donkey Kong, Mega Man, Mario World, Link to the Past, obviously, Mario RPG, Yoshi's Island, Punch Out. Some good stuff in here. So let's go plug it in. Alrighty, we've booted the SNES Classic up, and as predicted, that power light appears on the front of the console, not up by the power slider, but that's okay. We got the setup screen here, and we gotta pick a language, and then we reveal the glory, the wonder, the sights and sounds of the SNES Classic. The games lineup is here. It shows you if it's 1 or 2 player with the little icons, and ooh, Star Fox 2 wrapped like a present. It reminds me of the 3DS when you get a new gamer app, they drop a gift down onto your home screen. That is pretty nifty. I love that they packaged this brand new experience for us. We got all the good games, Mario Kart, Mario World, Punch-Out, Link to the Past, Yoshi's Island, and Donkey Kong Country, which is what we're going to click on to see how quick it loads, and there you have it, right real fast. Now, the SNES Classic does have a nice save state, suspend, rewind feature. All you got to do is hit the reset button, so in a quick second here, we'll hit the reset button on the physical console, and that is going to pull us out into a floating suspend state, and we can drop that thing down into our suspend point list. I think you have 4 slots from what I remember seeing. You can go through and do all the stuff, but what we want to do right now is save this down here. When you reset a game, you can create a suspend game. So we're going to put it down here. You can save it down into your list of 4. You can rewind from that point. You can restart from that point. Pretty darn nifty. So if we pick it back, we're right there, raring to go. I can't wait to play some DKC, but we got to wrap this video up first. So back to my kitchen table. So that's about going to do it, my friends. The SNES Classic. So freaking pumped to spend some quality time with this guy. Thanks again, Nintendo, for sending it over. I'm going to try to get another one of these so that I can do a giveaway for you all, because I know they're going to be hard to get. I know Nintendo is trying to push stock out there, but I still feel like it's going to be a pretty hot item this holiday. So I want to help you guys out. Now that I got mine, I'm taken care of. I'll get you one for you, or I'll try to get one for you, and we'll do a giveaway later. In the meantime, let me know which one you think looks better, the NES Classic, the SNES Classic. You got better memories of the OG Nintendo or of the Super Nintendo? Let me know in the comments down below, guys and girls. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This put me in such a good mood. I love this thing. That faux button front, there's just something about it I think is so freaking clever. The whole thing, and sliding those buttons, ugh, it's so good. It's so freaking good, and I hope you guys are doing so good as well. So thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I love you so much. We're playing with superpower now, and you guys go have a super day. Drink some super hot chocolate, and until next time, which will be super soon, we will super see you all later.